Hi there, meteorologist Ed Valley here, taking a look at the Northeast. We have a little bit of light flurry snow shower activity. This is not anything really that important. This is mostly not hitting the ground, actually, in eastern areas. It's very dry, but it is coming down a little bit in Pennsylvania and parts of western Jersey. Enough to coat things up, but again, the big deal is coming here tomorrow or tonight into tomorrow. So first things first, we have winter storm warnings in pink, blizzard warnings in red along the coast. And then this is where it gets interesting. You have the sharp cutoff. Winter weather advisories south of Allentown. Allentown is not even under one. And then you notice the winter storm watches on the northwestern flank. My hunch is those will be converted to advisories at worst. Typically, that's how they do it. But again, you can see it's a coastal risk, no doubt. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just show you one model of an actual forecast. And then from there, I will show you totals for precipitation from all of our models to give you a better idea of how this has been such a pain in the butt and why it continues to really be that way. And then from there, we'll show you our maps. And if we have time, we will actually show you what's happening next week. A warmer storm possible, but even that has a lot of uncertainty. So today, again, you see these snow showers. But the bigger story is, where these snow showers are setting up is really where that northern edge of this system is going to be. As we get into this afternoon, it's going to end up being right in here. So you're going to see that this evening. Snow's going to break out in D.C., Baltimore, southeastern Maryland, parts of Delaware, and then Jersey as early as this evening, between about 7 and 10 p.m. And then as we get towards midnight, it's starting up along the southern New England coast, up in the Poconos. But you see where the back edge really is. It's just northwest of Allentown. It's pretty close to Scranton, and then up close to Albany and into parts of southern parts of Vermont, New Hampshire. But as we get into the morning on Saturday, this shield of precipitation might actually expand a little bit as the low gets really cranking. So here's the look at 6 a.m. It's pouring snow from southeastern Maryland to southeastern Massachusetts, and that's going to continue to pinwheel snow bands around into parts of southern Vermont, western Mass, parts of northern New Hampshire. But by the evening, you notice the snow's already ending midday in the mid-Atlantic, between about 1 and 4 p.m. here in parts of the mid-Atlantic, and then it's going to take its sweet time ending across New England as it pivots out. So just to give you an idea once more, closer to midday it ends in eastern PA, closer to the middle or later part of the afternoon in New York City. But then it's going to take its time and slowly break up across New England. And it's really probably not until 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, we start to break it up in southern New England. And then eastern New England, it probably doesn't end until midnight or shortly after. In Maine, you're going to be dealing with it until just before sunrise on Sunday. So total precipitation. I'm showing you precip and not snow for a reason. Half-inch line is a really good indicator of where 6 inches or more of snow can fall. Okay, so half-inch line on this model is somewhere in here. Let's move on to another model, the GFS. Pretty similar. Near Philly, northern Jersey, western Connecticut, Springfield, Mass, Keene, New Hampshire, up into eastern and central New Hampshire. Same deal on the regional Canadian model. Philly, just northwest, pretty close to Poughkeepsie, Hartford, Springfield, south central New Hampshire. The European is still the wettest by far. It has it back pretty far west, almost near Allentown, Albany, and up into central New Hampshire and northern New Hampshire. I still think this is too far west. I fully anticipate this to move a little east here over the coming runs today and tonight. The other thing of note here, look at how strong the numbers are in eastern areas on the European. 2 inches, 2.2. But look at the other models. The Icon has about 1.5. The regional Canadian has about 1.25. The GFS has almost 2. And even the NAM just has about 2. So I just think the European is too bullish on some of these numbers, and that's causing it to have a high forecast of snowfall, of course. So there's a lot that goes into this, but overall it looks like a very impactful event in southern and coastal areas. But the tapering from north or southeast to northwest is going to be real, and it's going to be significant. The other thing here just to mention is the wind. We're going to have very gusty winds here, 25 to 50 inland, 45 to 70 along the coast. peaking during the day Saturday, dwindling into the day Sunday. So here's a look at our snowfall map. We tweaked a little bit to the left. So you can see Allentown about 2 to 4, Philly 3 to 6, 4 to 8, something like that. New York City, it's more like 6 to 9, 5 to 10. Hartford, 9 to 12, 10 to 15, something like that. Eastern Connecticut, 12 to 18. But notice there will be a band of probably 18 to 30 somewhere in Eastern Mass. Might be in parts of Rhode Island or Northeastern Connecticut. But the thing about that, that's a record snow in eastern parts of Connecticut and Rhode Island if we push over 24 inches. So records are records for a reason, but it is something we wanted to mention to you just as a risk. But the difference between 18 and 23 inches of snow is, from an impact perspective, is pretty trivial. So a big storm coming. Looking a little more detailed here up north, you see again the sharp cutoff in New Hampshire in far southeastern Vermont. And then down south, you notice again, whoa, big image there. Ooh, there we go. You notice again the sharp cutoff near New York City and near Philadelphia. Someplace like Tom's River might come in 12 to 15 inches, but you go west towards Philly and they end up with 5 or 6. So that's a pretty big gradient across the state of New Jersey, okay? Similar to the state of Connecticut and even across the Hudson Valley and eastern PA. You're going to go from 5-6 inches on the Jersey border to nothing as you get back towards I-81. So it's a legitimate cutoff here. And real quick, I did just want to point out what's coming into next week because I have gotten a few questions because I haven't covered it in a few days. And here's what it is. Sunday is a dry but blustery day. Monday is a dry but blustery day. Tuesday's fine. And then as we get into the Wednesday, Thursday timeframe, we could be dealing with a more warm system. The European has mostly, if not all, rain. The GFS also mirrors that type of solution. And then finally, the Canadian, pretty darn similar. So Canadian, GFS, and of course it changed. There you go. The European. Very similar. Snow north, rain for most of us. We'll update this here on Sunday. Have a good weekend, and we will be back to talk to you then.